So I'm really, really excited to do this reading. So I got this new deck this weekend. I've been kind of messing with it, and it's so awesome. It's the Last Unicorn Tarot. You can get it off of Etsy, and I'm going to put that information down below. They're actually people that make them. It's called, gosh guys, I have to look at this because you'll have to know. Sorry. They're called Twilight Crafts LLC on Etsy, just in case I forget. And they sell like things from like fantasy like movies, and I don't know, they're just really awesome. Y'all should go take a look. It's pretty cool, some of the stuff they have on there. But they made this deck, and it's from The Last Unicorn. This is an animated musical from the 1980s. It's even a little before my time, but I do remember watching this, and it's actually a really awesome movie. But anyways, so if you're interested, look that up. So this is the deck that we're going to be using for all the piles, and I'm going to get some charms for each pile, but I just wanted to go ahead and like tell y'all about that because I'm so excited about this deck. Wait till you see it. It's so pretty too, though. It's made very well. The sides of it are, I mean, I can't even do it justice. They're gold, but the way that they shimmer in person is pretty cool. And then each suit is made from a different artist, so that's neat too. And the Major Arcana, of course. Okay, so we're gonna pull some charms. So for pile 1, what is pile 1? This should be a Sunday reading. I don't think that it's going to be, but hopefully. So pile 1, what do they need to hear? Just give me some. These both want to come out. I'm gonna take them both. I can't let go of them. So you have the, that's interesting. You have the Beauty and the Beast, where the rose is, where the last petal will fall. And then you also have this, of course I can't remember the name of these, this model here, like body model, you know. Okay. What is the name of those? Is it a silhouette? Oh, good grief. I don't know. But anyways, that's pile 1. If anybody knows that, can you put it in the description box, please? Okay, pile 2. Oh, this is the bunny. This came out the other day in a reading. Okay, so pile 2, the bunny again. Okay. I'm trying to grab some from the bottom because I don't want to see what, oh, this one's tiny. Oh, it's an elephant. This is an elephant charm that I actually had when I was a kid. I wanted to keep the charm. I just put it in my box. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, guys. So that's it. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at pile. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose the Beauty and the Beast, when the last petal falls, you know, part of his curse that's there is the if that rose is in that case and that time's just kind of going by. It's almost funny because it's in an hourglass, like representing time in a way, but it just happens to be that it's something to do with love being part of, you know, the beauty in his life, and him kind of watching those petals fall, waiting and waiting for that opportunity. It's funny how it comes at the very end too. You know, he was a beast for so long. So Beauty and the Beast may be really relevant here. And running out of time to kind of find that one or find that person or that you have in mind. Maybe you feel like a relationship's running out of time, or maybe part of something that has brought you a lot of beauty in your life, a lot of goodness into your life is something that is, you know, starting to fade away. doesn't have the same meaning as it did before in some kind of way, or it's just something that you're having, or you're releasing or having to let go of. Okay, so if all that made sense. And then you also have this here. So there's something to do, I felt like, with this charm about, you know, I guess it's a mannequin, but the silhouette, you know, it's a female. It's kind of like recognizing your creativity and how you can express yourself as being a part of your journey ahead. And also really kind of, you know, I feel like taking care of your, you know, your body, taking care of your self-care is like a big part of this next point in your journey. I do feel like emphasis on you leaving something behind and focusing here on yourself. Do you know? Or it could be just love in particular. You're trying to leave love behind right now. You're just kind of focused on yourself. Standing strong is something else that really comes to mind. Feeling like there is nothing that's out of your reach at this point. But still kind of figuring out which direction you really want to take in life. But really focused on yourself. That's a big part of this. And focus on what it is that you believe in, that you can accomplish. Interesting. Okay. So I have a whole stack full of oracles that I haven't used oracles in so long, like a lot of them, and I couldn't stop picking them up. So here we go. There's 4. So I'm going to go ahead and quick shuffle through all these guys, and I'll see you in just a second. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's see. I try to not look at these when they come out. I try to keep them out of, I was just look in front of me, but I happened to catch a glimpse of this one, so I want to see. It's a kind of an intuition thing for me, but this one says regeneration, and this is the only one that I saw. So it's the number 46, which is about, 10 being that everything. I mean, that's when you complete a cycle. That's when you can have opportunities come to you. That's when you could be learning something. And if you notice on this card, it talks about regeneration. So you're seeing literally the ground beneath the tree that's actually starting to bloom something new. Is kind of falling away. And it kind of made me feel like this. There's something to do with the cycles in your life and relationships, and needing to kind of complete a certain area or cycle and kind of moving forward in a new direction in a very kind of, I don't know why I'm saying kind of so much, but it is annoying. I'm not going to quit that or try to. It's like you're going into this huge new phase in your life. You're completing, it's not just a small cycle here. It's like there's a heavy significance of you closing a lot of things out. Because at the end of this, when the rose falls, the kiss comes at the last minute, and then everything changes, and for the better. So I want to say that here. I feel like this is that time here for you. And I feel like you feel it, and I feel like you know it. And I think that some of you may have already started that process of turning into something new, and the tree is that stability, and we talked about that here, standing strong. and kind of look at the light that's here. You know, that light that's here is what's making this tree grow. So you really being in a place to where you're looking at what's important for you, a clear vision of something, what's best for yourself. You know, you could be in a place to where you're really putting a lot of emphasis on that feeling of doing what's for your highest good, or doing what is how you kind of releasing a lot of things. I feel like it's a lot. I feel like it's a big part of you, you know, because this has been your foundation for a while. This has been your understanding, your belief, your security for a while. And, you know, I think that you're just changing it into something new. You want to be able to have a goal or have a direction to where you know it's going to bring growth. You know it's going to bring something new for you and something completely different, and you're kind of making this decision based off of for yourself. You know, you're really kind of finding your voice within and listening to that. Did y'all hear my throat? It just now sounded weird. And listening to that emphasis on your intuition and your logic, and how to kind of combine those two together to move in that direction that you know is for your highest good. It's a very profound kind of feeling. There's been a lot of healing, I feel like, that's kind of gone on, and it's like you're shedding the skin, you know. You've outgrown some things. It's maybe something that is painful. You know, burns hurt. You could feel burned by someone, or you could feel like you're burning someone. You know, you're kind of leaving someone out, or you're leaving things behind that don't serve you, but it's not necessary like everybody's going to support this, you know, or be part of this with you. And it's something that you have to stand strong on here, because you're trying to move towards that light. See, the tree knows. The plants know. You know, they move towards the light. They know what they have to do, and they go through these cycles so that they can keep being reborn. And this is like part of this here. I feel like you've just kind of grasped this concept. And look at that. You have animal totem. Okay, so you could be receiving lots of animal totems right now. Animal energy and powers. It's like you're really embracing the whole idea of Mother Nature and the process of the natural process of growth, and how that's kind of implementing into your personal growth in your life in general. Kind of really taking a hold of that perspective. I mean, you're standing in your power here, and she's looking right at that owl, like she's trying to make wise decisions. She has that courage behind her, and she's being strategic here. She's looking at the bigger perspective, and she's taking the lead here and moving in the right direction for herself. And take gender out of it. I'm just talking about the woman that's here, and leaving a lot behind, you know. Her cloth is so long, but it's leaving, there's wind here, you know, so you're leaving kind of a storm in your path, you know, but you couldn't get out of there fast enough either. I think once you get to this point to where you start to get the momentum of things, I think that you're in the excitement of things kind of start to kick in for you. I think you're going to get to a place to where you feel this push or this momentum, and it's going to pick up. She's still looking. I mean, she's looking to the owl, but she's also not looking forward either. She's kind of still looking in not in the past. It's like she's just looking at what's most important right now in this current time. She already knows the direction that she needs to take. She's going to follow the stag here, which is the leader, like that emperor energy. 7 is about feeling like everything's coming into an alignment. And I think that's also really important. I think that that's that crown chakra. You know, it's like you feel like things are just aligning. And even if you can't quite understand things clearly right now, you're trying to follow that guidance to lead you to your destined path, right? Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Time, discipline. You could be kind of focusing more on your schedule, on your timing of things. Again, you see this tree here and how this one's uprooted. You have all these opportunities here. It's like you're really kind of painting, the sun is coming in the same spot, which is it's like you're trying to focus on your own personal growth. I got kind of stuck on this because I was seeing so many things and I've never noticed before, ever. This actually kind of looks like the shape of a brain to me. And how you have the nerves, you know? And this is highlighted here. And it's also significant with a big clock that's on it as well when it comes to that sun energy. This is like the pivotal moment for you to have success, and an emphasis on that Wheel of Fortune because of that. That's kind of what it looks like to me. With the sun being that happiness, that joy, that creativity. And then you have all these clocks here, and you know I talked about you finding your voice, and she's literally got this mic in front of her. Where it does say disciplined. So you're really having this new emphasis on your cycles in your life and mastering those cycles so that you can gravitate forward faster. Be more disciplined here on yourself when it comes to your timing and schedules and opportunities and where you invest your energy when it comes to your mindset. Where you invest your mindset at, where are your thoughts going that's creating any kind of roadblock here and slowing you down or possibly even allowing you to miss opportunities at hand. This is all these things that are kind of changing within you right now. Just awesome. And seek. This is perfect. And she has that cloth on her and look, it's halfway down her face, kind of like what I was talking about here. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. You're all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. It's this whole understanding that you've kind of completely grasped this understanding. Especially when it comes to mastering your heart and healing your heart. And you notice on this card, you see the seasons, like there's leaves here. And you have the butterfly that's coming out of where the light is here. You're finding your own inner light and you're transforming yourself with that energy. You know, you found the light. I didn't even pay attention to this, but all these cards have light coming from something. Isn't that wild? So interesting. Okay, I'm going to put these up here. And let's get tarot. And y'all are going to love this tarot deck. Did I mention that? If you didn't watch the intro, it's so awesome. I'm so excited about it. I might be seeing it a lot. I have some other new decks that are coming too I'm excited about. Okay. almost like you don't even have to open your eyes. Your eyes are already open. You know where you need to kind of move forward, you know? Your eyes are already open, like you know what you have to do. It's just, now you're in this process of doing it, of playing it out completely. Okay, so here we go. Judgment in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles, yep. There's that tree and that emphasis on your investment here. Don't be scared of reversals, by the way. There's, it's for me. That's what people I don't think understand. When you see a reversal, you shouldn't be scared, you know, of seeing a reversal. It's actually just for me to be able to understand it, and that could be in a way that only I can understand. There's the Sun. I'm not surprised to see it here. And you have the Page of Cups in reverse. You're emotionally detaching from things here, and you have Death here in reverse. So they want to emphasize on some things for you to move forward, okay? This is what we're looking at. Judgment in reverse. I think that you are having a hard time kind of facing yourself with certain things. Also with other people around you, placing judgment on you in some kind of way. This is something that you're needing to kind of work through in order to move forward. So the Seven of Pentacles, there is a little bit of a fear here. I think that whatever it is that you're wanting to invest in or move towards, again, I think you're still kind of looking behind at the past and how things have not worked out in your favor in the past. That's where that fear is kind of coming from. Sorry, guys. There's a fear of investing in something without getting a return on it. And this can look at just something simple or something big. So we're looking at, you know, big life things down to the little things. I think that you're kind of looking at this in a bigger, broader perspective of what all it is that you really want to commit to here. So this could be something very long term, you know, Seven of Pentacles energy, something that would last long term, something that you can invest in a long term kind of thing. I'm seeing 7 on my clock here too as well. Something that would change your foundations of where you are, your security of where you are at this time. And you have the Sun here in the middle of your spread, and I'm not surprised because of all this Sun kind of energy that was coming through, but you notice on this card, they were pulling me in here that the Sun's always in the same kind of direction besides the Seek, and the Seek is looking forward. So on this card, the Sun, you actually have it on both sides. And you have this here in the middle to kind of represent the cycles. So there's 3 here. I don't know if 3 is important. It's interesting that there's 3 though on the Sun card, but it's also could be something to do with, wow, oh my God, that's just kind of caught me off guard. Look at them. She's on both sides here looking at what's the focus here is the Sun energy. This could be, for some of you, this could represent what you have to provide for, take care of, being your primary focus. Riding the wave here is very significant. I love that saying because it's so true. You know, you can't fight. You can't fight it. So there could be something here that you feel like you can't fight against. You need to kind of ride it. You need to kind of just go with it. This could be a thought, a feeling, action that you need to take. It's like you can't fight it, so you just need to kind of move forward with it. This is this inner knowing that you're holding on to, this awareness. You know, this is epiphany here in the Sun energy of your happiness. And they're both looking, right? And these are the things that you're kind of leaving behind here. There's something here that you're clinging on to. that's kind of already over and done with, or kind of something that you know you already need to leave behind. And then you have this here with Judgment, where, you know, really facing your reality or your truth here, and to what it is that you are changing into, and not allowing anything outside of you to affect your happiness or your sun energy, of what's important to you the most, right? And there's still an emotional kind of detachment that needs to take place over here. And the best way to kind of handle that. So we have Scorpio, Leo energy. So the Five of Swords just came out. Sorry, I know I got just so quiet and so focused on this card. There's so much stuff I'm picking up on though. There's something here about, I was focused on this Page of Cups, which is in reverse. It can be something that, where you're emotionally not as stable as you want to be. This could also be in the way of something transpiring that you're having a hard time with, something that you're very conflicted about, of the decision here that you need to make. Even you have these two swords here, and the Two of Swords is that decision. There could be a decision that you're laying down. Okay, I have to say this message, okay? Before I continue. You could be making a decision to let go of someone. And that could be that could be hurting. You may actually even be seeing this person with someone else, or this could just be an idea that you have could transpire. Whatever it is, if you're watching this play out in front of you, or you will be, it's something that you're conflicted about when it comes to making that decision. But it's causing you some pain because you're the one walking away with the Three Swords. But you don't feel you don't feel right about this. I think it's something that brings in your happiness here, because that's what you're focused in on. And feeling like that cycle's kind of over, but you're having a hard time releasing it. I already feel really emotional here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the Death. No. Nope. I say don't get that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and get this then. This side's a much different energy than this side is. The Four of Cups is here. So this is part of what's keeping you in a place of being stuck. The Four of Cups is where you're really sitting there and you're focused on what has happened in the past. And you're looking at it in a negative way with Judgment in reverse. So Judgment is where you are completely releasing your old self and having that renewal. Now, this is what I'm seeing here for you, but in reverse, it's like you're not wanting to look at certain things about yourself fully, or you're worried about other people, or that's something that is still concern for you that you're clinging on to that's keeping you stuck. You know, the regular Judgment is where they're in the coffins and, you know, spirit comes and blows the trumpet and they kind of are renewed again and they're risen up out of their coffins here. In reverse, it's the inability to be able to do that, where you need to do that because you're stuck in this Four of Cups. You may be telling yourself you're still kind of thinking about things or contemplating things, but really there's a fear of making a bad judgment call. You may have been really set on an idea or thought from your past for a long period of time. You've sat on this for a while, and it's keeping you may be bored also as well, but wanting to kind of do something different or be in a new direction for yourself. The King of Wands just popped out, so you're in this place to where you want to move forward quickly. You want to release that. It's a negative thought that you have about, I feel like it's heavy and it's very significant about your past and others. And being conflicted about others, placing judgment on you in some kind of way, or maybe someone in particular, but it's a thought that you need to get away from. You need to move away from that, and it could affect you in a lot of different areas. Look at this, 7 of Swords. There's something to do with you not being able to be who it is that you really are, who you feel as if there's some energy of you getting away with something. There's a deceptiveness that's here that others or someone could be placing on you. There's something to do with you needing to get away from that past energy of who you were. You're still clinging on to some part of, you're still beating yourself up about some part of your past and who you were, and you need to kind of release that. You could also be changing the way of your ways moving forward of who you used to be, wanting to be someone different. Wanting to represent someone different. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here in reverse? Justice. You don't know what's justified here, and you're searching for that balance. You don't know if whatever it is that you're kind of moving forward with is the right thing or the wrong thing to do, and you're worried about that long-term investment, that long-term decision, how that's going to affect you. If it's something that's worth your time and energy and benefit, if it's something that's going to help you accumulate something for yourself. You could also be kind of recognizing that there's some decisions that were made in the past that could be that karma, and you not having anything now that's effective that. And it could be the way that you've kind of handled a situation, or who you were in the past, and this being that karma that's coming back around. That's also a fear that you're holding on to about yourself. A storyline that you're projecting about yourself is that nothing's going to come out for me in the way that I want, because I have this karma that's kind of attached to if I invest in things and they just don't ever work out. You need to, every time you kind of feel that way, access that information that you already have within you that says, I'm different here, and I've grown past the way that I did things in the past. You know, you don't know until you know, and then you know, and wanting to be someone different, but there's also a decision here. There may be kind of a fear of others not wanting to invest in you either. That's really the root of the problem, huh? A fear that others or someone won't want to invest into you because of that past that you carry. That's a judgment that's there that needs to be looked at, because you're really judging yourself. I saw this video, this girl, yesterday. It was so awesome. She sat there and she's like, it was funny too, the way that she said it. She said, you know, I've just decided that I'm not putting up with this bitch anymore. And she's like, I get up in the morning, I was getting ready to go to the gym, and this bitch told me that anyway, she goes into to say this. She told me I couldn't do it, and it wasn't even worth it. I was going to give up anyways. She said, and then I go to the gym, and this other girl said, I don't know why you're on that, or I don't know why this, you're going so slow on the treadmill. That's not doing anything. You know, it's just all this negative talk, right? At the end of it, she says, I decided, you know, screw this bitch, you know, and she's like, you know who that bitch was? She's like, it's me. It was me the whole time. I was the one that was sabotaged and all that. And it's such an interesting way to look at it, right? When you look at it like that, if you were you beside you and you were telling yourself some of the things that you're telling yourself, you wouldn't put up with that. So this is this part of you that you need to leave behind. Because you're not this person. And everybody else isn't going to believe that until you start believing that yourself. Why is the sun here? Came out of nowhere, didn't it? I'm sorry if that came across as kind of pushy. You have the Six of Swords in reverse. That's interesting. So with Justice and the Five of Swords, with the Six of Swords being here, and he's kind of going to her. You can see that. Normally it's moving in a new direction for yourself. Something that's getting to a calmer place. When it's in reverse, it's like you're going back to something that still brings up concern, conflict, or you're still needing to kind of make amends with something. And the sun is here. So there's something to do with success or happiness. In order for you to really obtain that, there's something here that you are conflicted about, because you are literally going back to the Five of Swords, so Six of Swords, Five of Swords, in order to have this justice here. And this is something that you've kind of thought about for a long period of time. There's conflict here, though, about how this is going to kind of play out, in the emphasis of that being emotional. But needing to, there's clarity here too. There's clarity here, and there's understanding of something that you need to almost kind of, I keep wanting to say take care of. That song, Taking Care of Business, just started playing in my head. Yeah, it's focused around your happiness. Okay, why is the Death here in reverse? I'm taking, okay, well, my gosh, I'm going to take both of these. You have the Queen, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Wands in reverse. You're still clinging on to a past opportunity here with someone. This is what's keeping you from being able to have this rebirth here for yourself. This past energy of you being this person. That's what's keeping you stuck. This is about still clinging on to an idea of someone. But here you're making this choice to kind of, why is that? It's not a emotional thing. It's the part of the choice that you're making is based off of logic. I think that's why the Page of Cups is in reverse. And you're the one that's holding all those swords. think there is still someone here that you're clinging on to an idea of that's wrapped around your happiness in some way. For others of you, this is you leaving this past insecurity behind that was keeping you stuck. What is this about? Give me some more information. I'm kind of narrowing it down. I'm trying to make it like a bigger kind of point of view, but I'm starting to kind of find myself being dragged into that single place of what I'm seeing here, and I'm trying to like get the broader picture. Can you give me one more for the Page of Cups here in reverse? What is the Five of Swords with the Page of Cups? The Nine of Pentacles. There's something to do with your abundance, what you're losing, making this. This could be someone as well. This is pre-Empress energy. Someone that you feel like there's a lot of value in or security with. Guys, this could also be that, again, you're looking towards what's best for you here in your own independence, your own abundance. Being conflicted about that. Still holding on to a negative kind of emotional attachment with this conflict here, something that's here. So the Page of Cups in reverse is not the best. It's like when you know internally that you're being maybe emotionally unstable about something and you're not kind of thinking clearly, even though you feel like you're doing a decision clearly. But the Five of Swords is not a good card. It is actually when you're getting away with something. Like one person is getting away with something. You could feel that with someone else. Like someone else is getting away with something and you're the one that's kind of stuck there. You could be in a place to where you're kind of trying to not feel that way, but there's still some emotional instability around that, and something to do with your own independence, financial security, what makes you comfortable. The Six of Cups. There's a soulmate here that's wrapped around this. That's why your emotions are there. I think you're in the midst of making this decision though. So tell me about the Ace of Wands with the Queen of Wands. The King of Cups just came flying out of the deck. Almost fell off the table. Look at that. You have the Four of Swords, which I mentioned up here. This is something that you're contemplating, you're sitting, you're still thinking about. This is what we talked about in the beginning. Strength is underneath that with the Empress and the Five of Cups. There's the Three of Swords and the Five of Wands. So we have all the fives out here. The Five of Wands, the Four of Wands is under that. This is union. This is harmony. This is peace. This is this event getting together, this moment in time, right? This happiness, this where you feel like everything's kind of making sense. The Five of Wands is a disagreement, conflict, misunderstanding that caused this Three of Swords, heartbreak, pain, separation. The Five of Cups follows that, so a time of feeling disappointed, remorsefulness. You have all those feelings coming in, where one minute you're feeling upset, the next minute you're feeling sad, one minute you're feeling like mad, and one minute you're just disappointed, and then you have all these kind of feelings. It's that it goes from this to the Six of Cups. So you have to go through this period until you get to that nostalgic period, which is what you're in now, I feel like, because we're talking about the past energy here. So now you've went past the pain, Three of Swords. You went past this disappointment in things. Then you see this Empress here. So needing to have this renewal, this renewed kind of energy. And then also this is a person. So this is a focusing on, yeah, I mean, the Empress is someone that focuses on what's best for herself, you know, and getting to a good place and standing in her power here with strength. Doing what's best, being patient. And then you have that Four of Swords on top of that. Strength is also what we talked about in the beginning, is standing strong, standing tall. And that being a part of this. Remaining calm. Remaining calm. It's like you're leaving this fiery kind of energy in the back. I mean, the Knight of Wands isn't a great person. I mean, he is, but he isn't. He's just so flighty and kind of does things in the heat of the moment or for his best good, you know, or not in a good way. Like really kind of, he's so fired up about what he wants and everything that he's not focused on how it kind of affects everyone else in a way. And he could be there one minute and gone the next. You know, his ideas and thoughts could change quickly based off of that fiery kind of nature that's within him. This is what you've kind of, whatever's transpired here is what part of that you're leaving behind, or that you're trying to leave behind. There's a deception with that as well, and not being honest. And this is kind of an energy you were kind of in or playing anyways. This is like that player energy, and it being deceptive, not being honest with yourself. The Four of Swords here, your overall energy, you're sitting and contemplating. I mean, you're in a time of rest after you've experienced everything that you've kind of experienced here. The Six of Swords is, I mean, you have to return to something in order to find the success here, or this that you want to triumph in. You know, you have to straighten out basically what you've been conflicted about. And making the best decision in this. It has to do with the soulmate energy. Someone that there's an abundance here around this person, or how you're seeing this person, that brings in this nostalgic like space. Or this person was someone that you were, I don't want to say dependent on, just someone that you saw your comfort in a way. Like they provided more of a comforted space for you to be in. But there's conflict here when it comes to this. And until you kind of get past, I feel like the Page of Cups with this Five of Swords, this conflict, this emotional conflict that's here. You're not going to be able to have this rebirth or this renewal. That's the time thing, huh? Beauty and the Beast and the Rose Petal coming to an end. There's also, I think there's a fear of this already being completed now. Now the backstory here on this, and I didn't talk about the King of Cups, but the King of Cups with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands, there's something here that I feel like this is an opportunity that you don't want to, needing to get into this King of Cups energy about this opportunity that you could be still clinging on to. Or what is this here for though? I don't understand. The Star, your future. Somehow being part of your future. What is give me one more for the Queen of Wands. The Three of Pentacles, that's commitment. There could have been a relationship here that you wanted a commitment with that didn't work out in the way that you wanted it to, and there's a lot of fire here, you know. Something that you're clinging on to still, you're having a hard time releasing, or you don't want it to be over, or you still want it to be something that you can hope for in the future, you know. Still having a wish for something like this, but needing to find this balance here in order to obtain it. For some of you, this is just a lack of courage to be able to have that commitment like we talked about here, what you want to commit to. A lack of courage of being able to see how this investment is going to be successful, and having a hard time committing fully to it, even though it is a hope that you have, a wish that you have. It's also about healing. The Fool, the bottom of the deck. I love to see the Fool at the bottom of the deck. It's emphasizing everything we've already talked about you taking a risk, taking a leap. You have the Hanged Man and the Chariot. There's tons of major arcana here. And the Knight of Pentacles, which is a reliable knight. And here's this decision here with the two. Oh, and the Lovers is under that. For some of you, this could be a relationship that you've been afraid to approach here with the Moon energy behind it. I love this Lovers card, guys. Look at this. So in the movie, they tie him to the tree, and he's a sorcerer, right? And he turns the tree into he's trying to get unstuck, but he ends up turning the tree into his lover. And this card I think it's so funny. She's like so in love with him right instantly. Something not being what you thought it was when it comes to a relationship. Maybe something that's here. Something that you feel very overwhelmed by or attached to. Interesting. If that's a relationship. Something very different from, I think, what you thought it was going to be. This is like someone that you didn't think that you would be connected to in this way. This is like like a friend that you've had forever, you know, and then you just fall in love with them out of nowhere. And it was just something that was unexpected. So the Two of Pentacles, that's that decision, juggling things. The Knight of Pentacles is coming in, but this is something that's been a slow process, so you may be kind of coming in slowly. You have the Chariot there, he has his guard up, he's ready for anything. Cancer energy, kind of moving towards what it is that you want in order to kind of obtain where you need to go. Taking your emotions and yourself and what it is, and moving yourself and your chariot into that direction that you need to take. What's best for you. We talked about all that here. And then fighting that dragon there to get to that point. The Hanged Man, seeing things in a different perspective, taking a risk in a different perspective, or an opportunity in a different perspective of how it could play out. It's funny too, because he's got 5 oranges or whatever these are that he's juggling, but the 3 keys are right here, and that's commitment, of opportunity for commitment in some way. But still kind of juggling things, you know, on your way there. Okay, so let's get a postcard from Spirit, of course. We'll get some overall advice cards. So y'all gotta tell me what you think about these cards. I love them so much. I just saw moving on and self-worth and apology there. An awakening. And awakening again. Cool. Let's see if it comes out. Okay. What do you want to tell me here? Fun. You have 5 hot air balloons there. It's funny because we just talked about that and he's literally throwing out the there. Focused on the funner side of things is something that's important for you at this time. Moving forward. Past life connection. There's that soulmate connection coming in again. Someone with a heavy influence from your past is with you. There might be a special message to somebody. Okay, so we have mask. So I want to reference this back here. This is also the number 13, which is death and tarot, Scorpio energy. Transforming, you know, having a rebirth, taking your mask off here, being authentic. And the unknown behind that of how things will play out, you know, but not allowing the outside to kind of be a factor on that as much as maybe it has for you in the past. This is what I've been looking for. Maturity, number 6, right on top of that Page of Cups. You know, being more mature with your emotions. The thing is, though, you're going from the Page of Cups here to the King of Cups. There's a huge jump emotionally towards a wish, a goal, something that you want. Anything else you can tell me about it? Maturity. Flew right out when I said that, didn't it? Patience. Manifestations are on the way. Being patient with yourself is something that's important. Staying in that Knight of Wands energy more. Slow and steady, you know, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, well, peace and contentment are coming to you, and pay attention. You could be getting a lot of signs or synchronicities. We did have that animal totem, so you could be seeing a lot of animal totems. Looking those up, kind of helping guide you in a way. Spirit's trying to lead you towards this manifestation of what it is that you want. Realignment. Yep. We talked about alignment in the beginning here. Number 27, 7 being that number of coming into an alignment. The only thing that you're missing here, 4, 6, 2, and 3, is growth. And number 3 and number 5, change. Making that change. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In order to reach that investment, right? And here you have a 3 and a 9 as well. Okay. Nine is that number of things coming into fruition, right? 8 would be taking the action itself, which is what you've kind of been, you're in right now with the full energy. Tell me anything else. Anything else we need to know? Realignment. There's something here that's significant, that awakening. It did come out, yay! You're awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Yeah, you've come into this new awareness here. It's happening to you. For you. Let's say that. It's happening for you. And it's realigning you in the way that you're shifting the way that you're seeing things. This could be in the way that you're seeing how to invest into something, or how even a connection here could be part of this sun energy, or bring you some sort of happiness here with fun. But getting past the... In order for you to have peace, in order for you to have contentment and patience, and allow manifestations to happen for you and not get in the way of them anymore, you know? Can I get a postcard? One, please. With love. Dearest you, we're gathering our music together to help you celebrate your new beginning. Good card. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring? It's almost spring, guys. Where I am anyways, in Texas. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside of you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape. Look at that shape. And it's exciting to celebrate this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and pull back when entering any kind of new relationship. So for some of you, this is kind of a new relationship, but I feel like it's just a new relationship with yourself as well. It's okay to admit that you don't really know what exactly to expect. Yeah, we've talked about that. That's what's holding you back, that fear of not knowing. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow the new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, Spirit. You have made it to the new level of awakening and contributing. And we're so excited to see where this will take you next. We're so proud of you. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Like you've kind of woke up to something here. We have include, so there's something here that you need, or someone here that you need to include. Rest, relax, and relief. Yeah, this is all about peace, patience, and contentment, right? And have fun. There's a significant call to do that. We have cleanse with regeneration being part of that. We talked about that. You releasing things that don't serve you anymore, and moving towards what it is that you need to play out here for yourself. You've done some healing here. You've cleansed yourself you need to cleanse yourself of the past, that's for sure. So that you can move forward. And include new things, include new people, include fun, include some kind of past connection or someone. This is all here, So you have the antler, divine masculine energy, shedding the old, becoming better, bigger and better, You have the owl, which is awesome because you saw her here with holding the owl. So you being wise moving forward in what decision you make for yourself. You have the bee, so that prosperity is there. New beginning. Looking towards the sweeter things in life, or being able to have that with fun being here. Waking up to that sun energy has been there the whole time even. It's funny. We find things that we've had in our lives that we've been denying ourselves of enjoying, but they've been right there the whole time. It's like doing something that you did when you were a kid and realizing how much you loved it, and that real youthful kind of inner child energy and how it makes you feel. And it's like a mini rebirth that you feel that with having carefree energy, without having fears and worries and anxiety and all this stuff kind of consume that joy, that you can give to yourself. This is about stepping into that space again, and becoming and just going over you and allowing it to renew you. It's been there. It's like, this has been here the whole time. I've been the one that's kind of denying myself of this. We have MISR. Maybe you've just been feeling in misery, but it's something that you're realizing that you've been kind of allowing yourself to be in that place of misery, right? Changing your mindset's real big here about something in particular too. I see oval, so maybe this isn't kind of gone in a exact cycle that you've wanted, but you're still getting to that place that you want to go. Maybe it's just taking you longer to see it than you wish it would have. It's like, I could have been here a year ago. That kind of feeling is what I'm feeling. Okay, OVIOLA, and I'm not really seeing anything, and this has been a very long reading, so I'm just going to hold it up so y'all can see it. Maybe it's something different to you guys. So this was kind of different reading, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it made sense. I hope it helps moving forward. Good luck to you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and all your kindness, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pal too. So if y'all chose the white rabbit, so this is going to be a reading. So the white rabbit, fertility, abundance, purity. You may feel like you're moving towards something of the complete unknown to you, but you also feel like you need to do this. Like there's something to do with you needing to discover something, you needing to move towards something you feel like is part of your abundance in some kind of way. You know, you need to kind of do whatever this is, you're needing to do this. Significance on that could have to do with this internal energy of you just feeling like guided. Time-wise, you could be feeling like this is just the time, perfect timing, right timing. You could feel at abundance right now, and you're wanting to use that kind of feeling that you have in order to kind of obtain what it is that you want. Okay, so I'm gonna. Purity is something that's big here as well. You know, you kind of purifying yourself in some kind of way. So sorry. So sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get all the oracles out, and I'll see you in just a second. Okay guys, so I saw this one and I saw this one. I haven't seen these two. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this one over because it says let go. And I know that it says that, so I'm not gonna have a hard time not seeing this. This letting go card. Releasing something here that you had a lot of abundance in is something that's coming to mind, or you felt a lot of abundance with, but knowing that it's something that needs to be let go of or shedded. This could be, you could be kind of, for some of you, releasing what you feel like are addictions for you that aren't good for you, things that are kind of holding you back in any kind of way. And they have to do with something that may be affecting you with your body or with your time, energy, and effort, you know, of how something's kind of working for you and kind of releasing that. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best interest at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. So there's emphasis of you allowing anything that has emotionally kind of kept you into a place that you felt kind of restrained, pertaining to your past, and needing to trust in the higher guidance and the higher vision of things moving forward. This is kind of a similar message to pile one, I'm not gonna lie. There's a little bit of similarities here, necessary when we're talking about kind of self-improvement, of letting things go of the past. So it may be a little different, but I think this has more, on your sense, has more to do with the emotional constraints of something, the outcome of what something is meant to be or look like for you. and having an emotional attachment to that specific outcome is something that you're releasing or trying to let go of. So we also have this number 25, Goddess of Dreams. This is the other card that I did see. Now we're fixing to have the super moon in Pisces, and that could affect you tremendously in some kind of way, or some sort of significant change could transpire around that time. But this is timeless reading, so take how it fits where you are right now currently when you're hearing this. Vision, intuition, receptivity. So this is about you really kind of grasping this profound feeling of a vision or an idea that you have, and in order to obtain this light that she's holding in her hands, it's something you already have, and this knowing that it's already there. Your intuition's already telling you it's right here. You could be even having dreams about this. They could be bombarding you with dreams to kind of get this to sink in within you, to let go of the fear, right? This energy that's holding you back, and move forward, move away from that. It's the outcome of things. Letting go of that expectation that you have, or fear that expectation, or that it's like trying not to be in a place to where, okay, I'm going to kind of allow things to happen for me, to me, without being let down with any kind of heavy expectation I have on the outcome of something, and really kind of giving this over and releasing this. And I mean, it's coming through your dreams in a way of when you're asleep, you may not even realize it, but unconsciously to you are trying to help your mind grasp this thought or idea of letting go of the outcome of a situation. So you could be having really crazy dreams and then waking up and going, what the hell? What was that about? Like, where did that even come from? And it's like your mind is preparing itself to release like some expectations that you have without even, you may not even realize you have these expectations. Now, goals are good. I'm not talking about goals. I'm not talking about a vision that you have, that I think that's here, but it's here in the best way possible. It's here in a way of being able to just be, okay, well, whatever you throw at me, here we go. I can take it on, that kind of energy, instead of being attached to that specific outcome of what it is, that exactly how you want it to go, what you want it to look like, what you want it to see, what you want to see, what you want it to smell like what is all of the details of that thing, and kind of allowing new energy in. Not really having a set vision, just knowing the direction that you want to take is that first step, right? And I think that's kind of where you are. That change, making that decision to have that change is the first step. You have the number 20 here, which is Judgment in Tarot, and it says imagine. The moon is literally taking her off. Those dreams are big, guys. Pulling you out of this emotional depths. Yeah, it's trying to help you to have that rebirth here, like Judgment. Imagine what you can have for yourself. Allowing yourself to dream big is a big part of this. It's almost like they're wanting you to say, not so much what is practical, but what is like a dream that you could kind of play out for yourself. What does that look like? Allow it to take shape without being so focused on the details of what that is, because I think that's something that keeps you stuck. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I know it's the direction that I want to take. So let's start with something small and how to get there, and focus on that, and then we'll go kind of step by step, instead of saying this is what the end game is for me, but knowing that there is an ultimate goal there. Paving the way as you go, I think, is important. I think you may kind of say, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and that, and this, and this, and that, and then, and on the whole way there, that's kind of like an expectation that you're placing where you could get to that point and it may not work out for you, right? And it could throw you back. But when this is kind of more open and you're more in the present moment of day to day kind of, I mean, I'm not saying like, I mean, obviously you have to make times, right? But going as you go instead of so far into the future. I think that that's a big thing here for you. It's like deciding to write a book, but kind of sitting down and researching what you need, things that you could, ideas that you could have, you know, all this kind of stuff. And then not saying, it's going to be this long, it's going to be, you know, like this and all this other stuff, you know, but sitting down and trying, sitting down and going for it and kind of seeing how you feel about it as you go. You know, it's not going to hurt you in any kind of way. And then in that time frame, allowing yourself to imagine what it could be. Not what it will be, but what it could be. I think that you could be in a manifestation energy to having something that can be really fulfilling for you here. Some kind of a goal that you may not even realize that you have at this time. But maybe you feel this internally that you need to kind of move towards this in this area. And it will make sense as you go, right? West. Completion. The puzzle piece on the brain here. The number 4 is stability, structure, your foundation, security, your security. This is what you're holding here. This is the piece that you're holding, is letting go of the outcome of what it is that you're wanting to. It's like you have to have a secure feeling before going into this. But in a way, it's almost like a trap. It traps you. You know, it keeps you stuck. Faith, I feel like, is something that I'm feeling like big here. Not only in yourself, but just that the universe has your back. You know, that that might be a good book that you need to read. Universe has your back. Gabriella Bernstein, I think, wrote that book. I love that book. I might read that book again. It's like to boost that awareness within you. You know, maybe that's something that you need. Re-spark that idea that you've had, that you've been clinging on to for a long period of time. It's like the last missing piece is for you to be able to let go of the outcome of what you can accomplish, what you're capable of. Not allowing fear to be a part of that outcome, detaching yourself from that emotionally. Not looking behind you, but moving forward, keep moving forward, you know, in front of you. Meet the Robertsons just came to mind. Maybe you should go watch that movie. It may be inspiring for you. Especially that song in the end, the whole meaning behind that movie as well, you know. What he can accomplish is so great at the end, but it's not what he imagined for himself. This is part of this here for you. It's so funny because we tell ourselves what we want. Oh, I wish that I could do this. I wish that I could do that. Well, who's to say we really can't? We can. Our brains are all capable of obtaining the things that we want in life, manifesting what it is that we want in life. We just have to put all the pieces together, you know, and some people's puzzles are not very well put together. Some people's, I mean, it's just true. And some people's are. I think it depends on how well you know yourself and how you can play things out. Because if you know yourself well enough that you know when you're in a fearful mindset or when you're in a mindset where fear is allowing it to help you. You know, we have all this talk about all these different kinds of ways of thinking and all how they affect us and how they're hard on us. But if we just can spin the wheel on that a little and look at fear as, okay, how can I use this fear to help me have a thought or idea about myself that I didn't see before, a situation? Use those as indicators, as tools to help you work on yourself. Then when they come up, you can attach them to what that is. And that's self-awareness, so that you can really put your pieces together and know what works best for you and what doesn't. And then you can really just move along in life a lot easier that way. You don't have anything that's grabbing you, kind of pulling you backwards, right? Because you're allowing yourself to let go of the outcome. You're allowing yourself to be strong within yourself and in your own personal strength of what you can accomplish, of what you can take on, of being strong within, knowing situations you can handle and not. I mean, think about it. We can make decisions faster for ourselves. We can move along in life quicker. We can accomplish more things easier, quicker, faster that way. Enjoy life more. Knowing what's best, what's right for you, and what's not as you go is something that I think is really important here for you. Okay, let's get some tarot. So I never know what I'm going to get with these readings. It just depends on the message that needs to come through for you. So if you resonate with any of that, let's see what Spirit's wanting you to focus on here. I just saw the Ace of Wands. So that new opportunity, that new creative idea could be something that's here as well. Part 2, what do you need to know? You're going to have to let me know what you think about this deck, because I love it. We have the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. There's that, logical mindset that's coming into play. There's the Ace of Wands again. Nine of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Let me get one more, actually. The Two of Cups in reverse. So the King of Swords, Aquarius energy, did I say that? I think I did. You're sitting in this place to where you have this knowing that there's some kind of creative thought or idea that you have that you want to act on, you want to use, you want to use. Okay, so for some of you, this is about you focusing on what you are good at, something that you are very good at, something that you know this about yourself, or you're recognizing this within yourself where you haven't seen it as much before, and wanting to use that creativity or that spark or that vision that you have, or whatever it is that you're holding on to. For some of you, this could have to do with dreams in some kind of way, and really playing this out, moving this into something that's going to bring in happiness for you. There's really heavy energy here of you releasing an idea around a partnership with someone when it comes to this new thing, new project, new idea that you have. Releasing the idea around someone else being a part of that. So I'm gonna get some clarifiers out before I kind of continue on. These are gonna be your blockages here. So Why is the King of Swords here? The Three of Cups. The Ten of Wands just came out in reverse. I'm not going to take it though. There maybe has been a change in your atmosphere, people around you, friendships around you. That might be something that you know is changing or needs to change. The Eight of Wands just came out in reverse. There's a lack of progress. It's been happening around where you've been kind of, you know, we get around people in our lives sometimes that we're attached to at that particular moment because they are kind of, sometimes those individuals can enable certain bad behavior in us, and it keeps us kind of stuck in a way, right? And knowing internally that's something that you need to be smarter about. So where the people that you spend your time with or around could be significant here. The groups that you're creating around you and the world of what's around you and where you're finding what you're putting your emotional connections in, how you're investing emotionally in connections is a part of this. So sorry, I had to stop and get a drink because my throat is clogging up here. It does not want to express itself. You have the Knight of Wands here. There's something to do, okay. You being around someone or something where there's a lot of fun going into this. You've had a lot of fun here with someone. Being in this playful, fun kind of energy and it being beneficial for you in some kind of way. How to use this energy to your benefit. Being smart about this. And in a way, for some of you, that's releasing this in the past, leaving it in the past. And for others of you, it's just being more focused on who it is that you're around, who you're investing in, what you're investing in. This could be even places that you go. Kind of, for some of you, this is how you want to represent yourself, who you want to represent yourself with. All this stuff and being smart about that, being logical here. Not kind of being around anything or anyone that's not good for you, having self-awareness about that. Why is the Ace of Wands here? This is like this new direction that you're moving towards. You have Death here, so here's the closing out, and here's this new beginning, this thought. You could have kind of put this in the past. You've kind of thought maybe that this opportunity was long gone. For some of you, you could be having someone that's coming back into your life here. And that's something that you thought was long gone or over with. Or there's an opportunity for a rebirth here. For others of you, this is just this. It's like an idea. Yeah, I have the Empress here in reverse. For some of you, there's a concern here, this person, if this is a person from your past, there could have been some kind of dependency that's there that you're wanting to kind of get away from, and not wanting that to be something that comes along with this new beginning. For others of you, this is, or for you too as well, it could be both. This is about you really wanting to change into having some sort of newness in your life, but not clinging to the old here. Really letting go of what it is that what you have created up until this point, and maybe that not working out in the way that you wanted, or being too dependent on others and wanting to change this. Wanting this to be evolved, become something fresh, something new. not wanting to be that same, and in that same place, knowing that it's time for you to birth something new here. And taking that, knowing that, that you're holding on to internally of what you have the power to do, and really doing it. So you have the 8 of Wands that came out again with the 4 of Wands, with the 9 of Cups being in reverse. So there could have been something that you had here. For some of you, this is a person that things just didn't move forward here with. There's something here that you're frustrated with. You're frustrated with maybe this is something that you had a lot of emotional investment in, brought you at some point some happiness here, and now this is making you quite the opposite. If this is something that is beneficial for you, you could be frustrated with the lack of harmony in a relationship, and it's something that's bringing you a lot of sadness, something that you used to have, and this could be anything to do with your home, your marriage, relationship, the 4 of Wands is all those things, harmony in your life. There's something here that was peaceful that is not, and it's really laying heavy on you here. And for some of you, this is a someone that you had a relationship here with, and being frustrated about the progress of that and how things have transpired. For others of you, you may be unhappy with the progress that you've made into something that you have invested into, hopes that it would come together in a certain kind of way, and that just hasn't transpired yet. And that's making you not feel so great. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. There's something here that you've lost an opportunity. You lost an opportunity here because either someone didn't recognize the value of what you were bringing or what you had. This could also be that if someone's kind of coming back into this, making a decision based off of this past energy is something that you need to kind of release. They're saying release the outcome. So when you're thinking about, if you're talking about someone from the past coming back in, and if you allow that rebirth, then you need to let go of the outcome being attached to the past energy. So repeating the same cycle over, if you're looking at a cycle, and we can repeat cycles over, but we also gain something from that particular circumstance. And in this case, you could be repeating a cycle here from someone from your past, or this could just be mentally, repeating a cycle, clinging on to past energies of what did transpire could keep you from the inability to be able to really have this new opportunity and see the value in it, see how it could provide for you, see what it's worth moving forward. And for some of you, this has to do with a relationship. And this is what's coming to mind. So if you're stuck in here where you're not happy with the progress that's being made, you're not having peace with the progress that's being made, it could have something to do with you holding on to past energy. So really kind of be careful and pay attention to that. You can't get into a relationship with someone from the past and still be carrying onto negativity along with that, because you're going to repeat that same cycle. If you're going to let go of something, you need to let go of it fully. And for some of you, that is letting go of a past relationship. But if you're having these emotional constraints because you have the inability to release that past energy of why you're in this period that you're in right now, then you're not going to be able to really have this awesomeness that could be waiting right here for you. You know, the goal is to have the Ten of Pentacles. This is what you really want, right? You want an opportunity to have the Ten of Pentacles. And for some of you, this is about something that you thought you were going to have here is something not working out for you in the way that you wanted it to. But it's a part of this expectation that you may have placed. I mean, this is putting all your eggs into this one basket. That's the way that I'm seeing this with the Ace and the 10. Give me one more for the, or give me one for the Two of Cups in reverse. The Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, that's about having a radical change in a relationship. For some of you, I'm getting like these two different kind of scenarios. I'm going to pick off of each one here, okay? The bottom of the deck is the World, which is actually the butterfly in the movie. And the Seven of Cups is those options that are sitting there. The Devil behind that. You know, this is what you need to release. This is this trapped energy, this toxicity that you need to kind of let go of. And making better choices or options for yourself, but not knowing what is illusion and what's not. This is closing a cycle out for yourself. The butterfly in this movie is kind of like the caterpillar almost said Wizard of Oz. It's kind of like the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland. And it's bringing awareness and knowledge of a repetitive cycle that you have and how to create something different here for yourself. This is what all this is about, with death and the Empress energy on top of that and this new beginning. Again, I want to go back to this idea about you not being afraid you haven't learned your lesson. This is different. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I mean, it's kind of a bold statement, but I'm going to put it out there. If this is about you reconnecting here with someone of your past and having this Ten of Wands in reverse, which is I'm letting go of all of this weight that I've been carrying about this person or this connection and wanting to have something new, this is realizing this kind of inner knowing, this intuition, really playing off of that moving forward and taking it step by step like we talked about. Because right now, whatever that is currently not bringing you, it's bringing you disruption in your life because of the progress that's been made there. And knowing that you have all the tools that you need in order to navigate through that, what's going to bring you some of this Ten of Pentacles, this abundance, and what's not, or no longer serving you, is an awareness that you do have the capability of grasping. So if you make that decision to move into that direction, basically what I'm saying is that you're going to have all the tools that you need in order to complete that cycle out and create that stable place for yourself that you're looking for. So if you get into this relationship and this person's not really bringing peace and comfort or peace and stability, then you're going to be able to make the decisions that you need and let that kind of go. But everybody's going to look at that differently, whether you want to take that risk or not. You know, everybody's self-awareness is going to be different, and circumstance is going to be different. There's a feeling here of you releasing illusions of things and seeing things more up front for what they are, because you have this King of Swords here. There could also be someone here that's coming in with communication about, well, that's just kind of struck me. Reuniting with someone, and this is the way that you're kind of looking at them. is in this Knight of Wands energy. It's someone that's been very flighty with being that emotional support or that friend, you know, in your life. And having a rebirth, but not wanting to be dependent on that person. Like you can't put an expectation on this. And it's almost this feeling of needing to kind of move towards this in a way to understand things so that you can complete that cycle out or have that closure. Because the world in reverse is about not being able to close something. And for some of you, this is just in your life and doing what's best for you outside of relationships. Releasing a relationship for some of you is something else that's here, because everybody, I feel like, is going to be in a different place when it comes to that. Feeling like you're having to let go of something that you spent a lot of time, energy, effort into. You have the Five of Swords here on the bottom of the deck. Sorry, trying to see what my dog's barking at. Five of Swords in reverse, which is important. You could be making amends here with someone. I say it's the bottom of the deck, but it really just came out for no reason. You have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. With the Seven of Swords. There's someone here that may be coming towards you to make amends, right? Someone that you feel like betrayed you in some kind of way, or kind of just, there was a, sorry guys, I don't know where my dogs went. They just started barking and took off, so interesting. Leo energies here, by the way. This is not knowing if you can trust someone at their word. I mean, this is what this is. It's very clear. Being confident. It's like there's something here that you, even if you make amends here with someone, but you're not totally confident that you can trust them at their word. Sorry guys, my little one came running in here. Or one of them. Middle one did. Okay. And I'm not sure where I left off. I know I was talking about this. This is, I feel like this is about, look at that kind of smirk on her face. You know, she's not letting anybody kind of get away with anything here. You're going to be able to intuitively pick up on things. You may already feel like this is something that's coming towards you. There's almost a need for this, though, is what I'm feeling. So this is a relationship here that's going to have a radical change take place. There's going to be burdens that are going to be let go of here in this relationship. For some of you, that's just you. If you're not in contact with anybody, it's just about you finally releasing that thought of that. Changing the way that you're even seeing relationships could be part of this as well. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. Well, that just flew up my lap. Five of Cups in reverse. You definitely, I feel like, kind of making amends mentally with something that didn't work out here at some point, that you feel like you invested a lot of time into, that you had a lot of value on. Making amends with that eternally, and kind of all of that Five of Pentacles, that sadness, that longing, that remorsefulness, that regret, all this stuff that you've been being disappointed in a situation, just all the stuff that you've been holding on to. And you don't want to miss an opportunity to release that being a part of your life for so long, and kind of taking up all your time and your energy and your effort, and you seeing that value in that person or that thing or that place or whatever it was. There's a call here for you to don't lose this opportunity to flip this Five of Cups upside down, right? Don't see anything as being in a regretful place. And for some of you, this is someone that kind of regrets not fulfilling an opportunity with you in some kind of way. Just moving on past this is something that's really big here. Understanding why you had this experience transpire or take place. Also, for some of you, seeing past what it is that you thought you needed in order to move forward. Why is the Four of Wands here? The Eight of Cups in reverse. This is about you it's like you don't want to emotionally detach from something that hasn't been progressing and moving forward in the right way. Something that you put a lot of happiness into. You've been holding on to this for a long time. For some of you, this is something that you kind of let go of and it's coming back around. It's like this is something that you used to want. Thank you. I needed to see that. I was thinking in my head, it's like, can you give me anything else of this? Landed right on top of it. You have the Fool here and the Page of Cups in reverse. This is about you taking a risk to go back to something that could have brought you a lot of sadness. And recognizing if you do that, you know, you can't carry this disappointment with you. It's something you have to let go of in order to find peace. The Page of Cups is here in reverse. And I'm actually going to get another card for that. Three of Wands is in reverse at the bottom of the deck, which is a card of not knowing what's going to happen. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. This is you not giving to a situation and contemplation being a part of this. Taking on a risk on someone that may not be risking everything on, and being hesitant towards that. Hold on now. We have the High Priestess in reverse. There's something to do with this coming that you've already kind of been sensing this coming. You've already kind of felt like this is something that's going to happen. You know that this is a risk. We have all the zodiac signs out, really, so I don't want to sit here and go through everything. Why is the Page of Cups here in reverse? The Tower in reverse. Yeah. Okay. Something is being based off of a change here. Emotionally, how you feel about something. This is internal. changing the way that you feel about someone or something. You're going to find yourself in a different energy. If this is a relationship, you're going to find yourself in a different kind of place of how you feel about someone, especially if this is someone that I don't know, I just feel like, give me one more for this. I hate to say before I just throw that out there. Yeah, the 5 of Wands in reverse. This is you making amends here with someone. Something that you were conflicted with in your past. And the truth of things are going to come to the surface. It's going to be like a renewal. It's going to be like an epiphany. It's going to be like a... this inner knowing that there's someone that's going to take a leap, or that this is all based off of you taking a leap here, risking for your tower to come down. Not knowing if you want to do that. It's like you don't know if you want to put your emotions into something. You're conflicted about it. And maybe even change the way that you're seeing that and what is the best thing for you here. I think somebody's coming in. I think that this person that's coming in towards you, you don't know how to take them emotionally. And they may come in a little bit different from what you've expected in the past. They're changing, okay? They're coming in a new kind of energy from what they were in the past. And I think that you're in a new energy as well. Tell me more about that. The 10 of Swords in reverse. This is kind of with the 9 of Wands here. For some of you, this is you not kind of this is releasing the struggle. This is getting interesting. Tell me one more about that. The 10 of Cups in reverse. Guys, you have all the 10s out in reverse. This is closing a cycle out. And for some of you, you're giving up the struggle. That there's someone here that you're waiting to kind of almost like bring you some sort of apology or offer or maturity with seeing a conflict in a different, changing their mind the way they're seeing this conflict here and improving a situation that had ended. It's like you're giving up the struggle there. And you're not happy about this. This 10 of Cups in reverse is a emotionally, you've had a lot of time and emotions invested into this. And you're letting go of that struggle, that there's going to be this improvement that takes place. You've changed. I do still feel like there's someone here though. The way that you're seeing this person is different. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse? The Knight of Cups in reverse. The World in reverse. Not learning your lesson and emotionally or romantically investing into this. This is someone that I feel like is coming back around. That, sorry y'all, my kids are waking up, so now I gotta hustle. Tell me more about this. It's like you don't know if you want to give to this situation here. You've been holding on to it. Look at this judgment. You're making a judgment call. You're going to have to make a judgment call. I think this is what's coming towards you guys. Okay, different scenarios I'm feeling though, okay? Ace of Swords is the bottom of the deck. A lack of clarity with the Seven of Pentacles of what you should invest in, the Wheel of Fortune, and how it's going to turn out, which brings me back to here, the outcome, and the Seven of Wands with the King of Cups in reverse. It's like you don't know if you should let down your defenses here with someone. If you can take them for their word. I mean, it's coming back. Not wanting to repeat a negative cycle. So you're careful of what you're investing in. And the truth behind that. There's a cautious energy that's here. Because you're seeing someone in a different way, you know? I think you've been knowing that this opportunity is something that's been coming or needing to take a leap. Even seeing something in a way of maybe you didn't make the best decisions. But definitely getting over some sort of conflict that you've had internally. For some of you, this is someone that you're not connected with, the Two of Cups being in reverse, that you've been kind of holding on to that union taking place, and it's not been kind of something that's coming to fruition for you, and needing to move on past that and really face the truth of that situation for being what it was, so that you can close out the cycle for yourself and move forward. And letting go of the outcome of that situation is part of that. But definitely kind of having a radical change is something that's going to be transpiring here either way, no matter what decision that you kind of make. But needing to gain more clarity for some of you about investing into this, and if that's kind of a good thing or a bad thing to do. And if you want to let your guard down and allow someone here back in that you're not sure if you can fully, trust in this situation. And needing to understand emotionally how you feel about that. So you may have took some sort of action for some of you towards this person to reunite, or you may be kind of wanting to communicate, or this other person's wanting to communicate to you with this being here. Listening to your intuition here, you've kind of known that this is something that was going to transpire, or listening to your intuition and your dreams even about taking this leap, taking this risk, going off of that, doing this step by step like we talked about, and moving in that direction, facing judgment there, making a judgment call. For some of you that with the World in reverse, this is something that's not over yet. For others of you, this is something where you've okay, I need to release this even though there's a lack of closure here, so that I can move forward and have this change in my relationships moving forward, right? Okay, so let's get some. There's an energy here if you're just not knowing if you can really depend on someone else. That's something I feel like that's kind of changing or has changed. And it could be you don't know if you should invest into this opportunity. Because there's disappointments here of the past. It's like you don't know if you should let go of this or not. And this is what's coming towards you, is this understanding of that and needing to listen to your own inner guidance. Tell me more for positive gifts. You need to look at this as a gift, no matter which scenario you're in. With the number 36 there, as a gift of growth, of healing, okay? any opportunity that comes to you when it comes to reconciling, making amends, closing out a cycle, even if that's mentally, having that understanding within, is a gift for you to grow and move forward. It's a gift of healing, abundance, so that abundance can flow to you. An inflow of money, love, and rewards. You have good things coming to you here. Look at this, self-love. This is significant about you doing what's best for you. With clean slate. What does that look like for you? Remember, there's emphasis here too about releasing that past energy of something so that you can really have that clean slate moving forward. Whoa. We have healing, gift of healing, and release. Let go, release. Look at this. We literally, I just said this. Release the grudges, wounds, and pent-up feelings through healthy activity. Of abundance. I feel like heavy significance of allowing yourself to heal from this fully. So if this is someone that you're starting a clean slate with, then seeing it as a gift or opportunity, and seeing it as an opportunity to heal, and to release some negativity of the past. If this is someone that you still want to remain with. For others of you, if this is letting go of something, or if this just is focusing on yourself and the change that you've had within and how that's affected you in a relationship, or it's just affected you in life, to be able to have abundance in your life and release kind of this negativity so that you can focus on yourself here and have a clean slate for yourself moving forward. I have one more. Open up. Opening up to possibilities here with the moon being the number 18 in the secret garden, This self-love kind of experience that you've went through, and it could be connected to a relationship, having to kind of being in the unknown has had you in a place to where you've had to focus on yourself, right? Being in that place is something that's been beneficial here for you moving forward, knowing that, opening yourself up and knowing that that fear is behind you, that moon energy is behind you, that intuition is backing you up, moving forward. And you really having that key to unlock that door into that reality of what it is that you really want for yourself. Standing in your power is very big in this reading. Not being afraid to move forward no matter what you decide. Not being afraid to start over, start something fresh, because you're different from what you were before. Allowing yourself to open up, to have that experience, is something that's here as well. Not being so guarded, because you know yourself. Future energies for pile 2. I didn't do this for pile 1, but I feel the need. There you go, there it is. Ex-partner, an unfinished love connection. And nurture. There could be someone here that's still wanting to nurture a connection here with you, or this could just indicate you still wanting to nurture a connection with someone, and if this is something that you want to start over or not. But for some of you, this is just about, I just saw deception and I can't unsee it now. So again, that's coming into play. Whether you can trust this person or not moving forward is something that's here. For others of you, this is just, trusting in yourself in a situation, and that intuition, what's calling you forward. Heal past, using this as an opportunity to heal past something so you can release that grudge that you've been kind of holding, moving to your abundance, opening yourself up to something new. Needing to ground yourself is something that's coming through. Spiritual, I've already seen this once. Knowing this spiritual lesson. Accepting that others go through these experiences too, and this other person could be someone that's kind of learned a spiritual lesson as well. about nurturing themselves or nurturing others. Yeah, very soon and safe with crossroads and healing. Guys, this is about healing yourself, a connection even. Healing from a connection, but feeling safe to love. And there's a decision here that's going to have to be made about this. This is in that decision mode where you're deciding if you want to move forward or with something, or if you don't. I think some truths are going to come out that you're unaware of as well, which may. They're saying to kind of grasp the truths that the new truths that you hear, you feel, or you understand, in order to be able to properly move forward for yourself in the best way possible, and trusting yourself that you can do that. It's like this is the missing piece that you've been waiting for, right? In order to have this completion that you've been longing for. I mean, the world in reverse, all the tens in reverse. Needing to move forward is a big part of this. Being honest with yourself here about that. Either way, right? You are not alone. Dear, dear you. You always get nervous when it starts with two dears, huh? It might be hard to believe that you'll ever get to where you want to go, feel the way you want to feel, and find peace and security. But you can. This is what we talked about here. You finding that peaceful place, that security that you're looking for, this being the number 4. Completion, closing out a cycle. It's like you need to kind of have that before you can move forward. You need to have that understanding so that you can release, all these wounds that you've been holding and open yourself up to something new. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving a certain result. That's very significant here, guys. You've got to let go of that expectation that you have here. This is going to be a renewal, something different, a radical change here, in either in a relationship or about a relationship moving forward. It's easy to get caught up in the endless loop of wanting this or that so that you can feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so that you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and the peace will come. See, it's like peace is already here. You can already grasp that. But you have to, like we talked about, let go of that energy, of that expectation that's there. Trust that something better awaits, that something new will open up. Because you're in this energy of loving yourself and knowing what your worth is and your values, something maybe you didn't see before. You're gonna be able to know what you need to do. Just know, okay? You will know what to do for yourself, and you may even surprise yourself. You will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whatever you get into the loop, what you're really looking for is spirit. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else falls after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. Loving you so, so much. What an awesome card to end this reading. That fits so incredibly well with your reading. I remember why I love those cards so much. Okay. Be firmer. Maybe this is something that you've lacked in the past. You've kind of let others kind of run all over you in some kind of way, or been taken advantage of, and this is something that you're saying no longer, no more. I'm not in that energy anymore. This energy of proving yourself is something that came out in the last reading. Someone, or a situation proving themselves to your worth instead of you neglecting your worth to come meet someone at their level, allowing them to come meet you at yours. Touch. You have the Midas touch. Drop the arrogancy. So with power comes a little bit of arrogancy. Pride is a part of power. Don't be too arrogant about where you are. Still remain humble. I think the smartest people in the world aren't the people that says they know what's going on in what they know everything. It's the ones that don't. It's the ones that say, I don't know everything. You know, approaching opportunity or anything in your life and saying, I am ignorant. I do not know. I do not understand. That's how you learn. And then picking up on your intuition of what makes sense to you and how it makes sense to you and why. That's where purpose is. That's how you fulfill your purpose. You have to go within. You have to find that place, you know? It's where the peace is. Knowing peace and comfort, because something may work out for that person doesn't mean it's going to work out for you. You know, I might be ignorant about what you're doing, but if it's not something I feel guided to need to learn to do, or a direction that I feel like understand, the way I understand things, because my purpose is different from yours. But opening yourself up to that is big. Saying, I don't know everything. And allowing yourself to be honest with yourself about that you don't know everything. And other people as well. Like, you can look at other people and say, I know what you should be doing to get to X, Y, and Z, but what works for you might not work for them. And listening to someone else explain something to you, maybe kind of opening your mind to that, to their perspective, to their idea, to their thought of things. And the way that they're understanding or seeing something could be completely different from the way that you do. But they both could touch you in a certain place. You could touch this person and get them to have awareness in a certain place, and this person could touch you. Right? Don't just... That's a lot. Don't just neglect yourself and allow someone else to kind of take over your mindset. Be firmer with when you're saying, what works for you doesn't work for me. Be firmer in saying, I understand that you see it like that, but that's not the way that I've had that experience. You know, whatever. Don't quiet your voice. Okay? There's power in that. But don't be arrogant either. There's a balance here that you need to find. We have the siren, or the mermaid, being called. Someone or you could be being called to, look at the way she's holding up, just like here. She's holding her hands up. So there's an opportunity, I feel like, coming that you've been kind of intuitively picking up on. This was coming. Preparing mentally for that. Prosperity is here, so opportunity to find peace in a situation, find the harmony in a situation. You have this could be a soulmate here with this is the soul connection for me, has the heart in between the two birds. Could be a spiritual connection, something that you want to nurture. You have the Pisces energy, so this could happen around Pisces season, which is now, which has started, but Pisces may be significant here. High Priestess energy, that inner knowing, continuing to follow that inner knowing. You have the star here, so this has been a wish before for you, something that you've longed for. Again, you have the 5 points here, so something that's going to change significantly here. It's going to provide change in your life. You have the Scorpion here, so Scorpio could be significant. It's also about what you have desired to be fulfilled in your life, having a rebirth or having that closure there, or transforming, something to transform. You have 3 as well, so that Empress energy, something else. This is something that you've kind of created here in your mindset of something that you've wanted. But I feel like you're going to be handling it different from what you thought. So we have the heart as well. Nothing. We have N, U, undo. We have O. We have A, I, U, R, F, T, N, X, A, X. I mean, I already said that, didn't I? Axe or ant, working together. Giving the past the axe, you know. Hot. Texas. Texas is hot. Not right now, but or not where I'm at. T-E-S. I'm sure there's tons of stuff that you can spell here. Too much. I don't know why I see that, but I just do. It's not in the bowl, I just see it, you know? It's like you're not wanting to give too much to something. I-O-U. This could be someone that you feel like owes you an apology, or they could say that to you. Fur. Next. You need to be looking forward to what's next and not the past, guys. There's just... Next is fur. Next is fair. What's fair in the situation? Being fair in a situation. Being balanced in a situation. Okay, guys, I'm gonna hold this up so y'all can see them real quick. And that's all I have. So thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love and all your support and all your kindness, of course. And I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose the elephant charm, this is going to be a reading. So a few things. Elephants make the way, right? They just kind of, they're so big and strong, they just kind of make their own path moving forward. And it takes a lot of strength, you know. The elephant kind of reminds me of strength in tarot. Also significance behind really listening and understanding certain things about yourself, even. The distance you can go, the strength that you have internally. Elephants don't forget, so there could be some things that you possibly could be holding on to that you don't want to forget. Also see a letter A on this elephant, which I've never really noticed that before, but it's not an A. It just looks like one to me, so that may be significant to somebody. Having awareness, though, can be part of this. Moving forward, making ways for yourself, no longer being attached to anyone or anything. Holding you down, being able to see, because his head spins around all the way, you know, being able to see a full perspective of things moving forward. There's a nurturing kind of energy that goes into this, and a playfulness that kind of goes into this as well. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out all the oracle cards that I have. I got a lot of oracles to get out, and I'll see y'all in just a second. So I haven't seen these. I try to not look at them. I try to look straight ahead when they come out. Doesn't necessarily always happen though. So for sure, I did see this one here, so I want to go ahead and turn it over. And you also have 2 of these, which is, if you notice, they popped out really quick, so I took both of them. So we have support here. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So significance on you having some helping hands here, or someone around you or others around you to help support you here, and possibly some sort of new beginning that you want for yourself with this egg, something that you desire. You may be in a time of feeling delicate. You may be feeling like this new beginning that you have, or this is a delicate time in your life where you're needing support around you. Also the significance of realizing the importance of maybe someone in particular in your life and learning a lesson from that, and having a renewal or having new experiences now moving forward. Kind of figuring out the difference between the ones that teach you those important lessons that you move on from, and then the ones that kind of keep returning time and time again to be that supportive energy to help you see things that maybe you aren't seeing. Even if that has to come through in a not such a great way, but constantly that reminder that's there. And then others kind of being around you, remaining beside you throughout your entire life, kind of seeing your growth, seeing you change and evolve, and wanting to provide comfort, wanting to provide that support there for you. Having that supportive system around you is something that's very important in a time of need or when you need that. It's a delicate new beginning, I feel like. So you have voice, speaking your word, number 25, speaking your truth, facing judgment and speaking your truth of a situation, your truth of what you want here. This orange color is very significant. Expressing your truth of what it is, where you are, where you've been, and how you've become who you are. Really having a voice here in this of what you want, and this could be in the way of change and making decisions with 2 and 5, number 25 being here. Using your voice to, for some of you, this is a supportive voice that you have, and using that to help others or be a support for others. But also, I feel like for most of you, this has to do with you, and being truthful and honest, speaking your word of what that is, because this reminds me of judgment with the trumpet, and expressing past energies. I think there's some things here that are really deep rooted inside of you, you've been holding on to for a long time, and needing support to kind of work through those issues is something that's here. And there could be someone around you feel like is helping you with that strength, with finding that voice within, so that you can pave those roads for yourself, trying to release those things that you're having a struggle with trying to forget, making sense of things so that you can move forward, finding balance with the way things have transpired for you up until this point. Journey guide, and letting go of urgency. Wow. Okay. Surrender, freedom, time constraints. November may be significant here. 17th is over here. You also have 12, which is the hangman. Seeing a new perspective. This is the number 19, which is the sun. So having success, feeling this urgency to need to have success. And then travel and change in location could be part of that. This is also the number 22, which is that master number, journey guide. Having support and speaking your voice about what it is that you want here when it comes to your journey and what you want to express, direction that you want to take in your life. But letting go of the urgency of needing to accomplish something at this moment in time, here and now. If you remember, we talked about the elephant and there being an expression of fun and playfulness that kind of goes into that experience, into this journey here. Allowing that to be part of your journey is also something that's important. Seeing the time that you're spending on whatever this is that you feel this time constraint with, being a part of what's, I feel like, something that's keeping you from being able to surrender to this present moment of what is and where you are. You see how he's kind of walking away from all this, something that he's been sitting here, been in hermit mode, so sitting and contemplating and trying to see something in a different perspective. Time to go and get out of there. Letting go of that urgency that you need to change locations even is something that's here. Wanting to travel. I keep getting this like emphasis of someone that's wanting to kind of get away from this and move in a direction that will bring more to your life. And needing support behind that. It's funny how this is tied into this though. From the 19th to the 22nd could be significant here, which is actually in this moment in time right now. Today I think is the 19th actually when I'm filming this. But that might be significant here, numbers for someone. How strange, huh? There's more to this though. There's more to this. This is where you feel like you want to move. This is where you feel like, okay, I'm surrendering this time restraint that I've kind of created within myself about traveling or changing my location, and looking at more what you can to surrender that over and not being so kind of stuck on this particular circumstance of where you are and needing to get to a certain another direction, but knowing that you need supportive energy behind you to back you here with this, and using your voice in order to gain this. But this is a call here for you to surrender the restrictions that you have on yourself and how to get to this point. Interesting. Come to the edge, number 36. So in order to have growth, in order to heal, moving forward, there may be a significant risk that's involved with come to the edge. Sorry, I know I paused there for a long time. I feel this, it's like picking up this small piece of earth, and moving into something completely different after you've kind of spent so much time and energy in this spot. Walking out that door, getting that green, that green door is like that green light. It's like you're on the edge of the precipice. You know what I mean. You're on the edge of this taking place. But needing support with that. And finding your voice, speaking your truth here in order to have this, in order to gain this. It's like you're on the edge of making a change, of changing this location. This is on the edge of making a big decision. This is freeing yourself from what you've been, for some of you, this is freeing yourself from an idea that you've been trying to obtain, and the time restrictions around this. This is like freeing yourself from this, wanting to just, this is someone, guys, that you've been kind of sitting and working on this, It's you spend so much time here on this investment, right? And it's like you want to surrender this, and it's like you're on the verge of that, where you just need someone to support you or someone to give you that green light and tell you just to do it, just to go. For some of you, this is something that isn't necessarily moving in the way that you want it to. And letting go of that thought that it has to be right now. It has to be right, happen like this, you know, that expectation. Needing to take a break, even for some of you. I mean, for some of you, this is literally like you've been working so hard at this and you need to travel. You need to take a break here, but maybe you're needing some support in order to do that. But you have to speak up, you know, you have to, I mean, this could even look in the way of, you're on the verge here, you're on the edge, you're on the edge and you need to take a break. And you need to speak up and say, hey, I need a little time away. I need to kind of take a step back here, and needing support in that. This is like a fragile time. This is like understanding what it is that you need for yourself and actually speaking up about it and allowing someone else to help support you into that. Like, hey, I'm really fragile here where I am, and I need to let go of the time restrictions that I've been on and just have some fun or kind of travel or get away or change. There's an energy here of changing something in the way that you've been doing things, right? I hope y'all can see all these okay. I know you can't see all of it, but you're not missing like too terribly much. Okay, so let's get some tarot. Making your own way is something that's big here with the elephant and speaking your word. Making this happen for yourself is something that's really big. It's almost like this feeling of knowing when you're on the verge of having a meltdown and you need support, you need help, but you have to speak up in order to get that. And not speaking up, you know, is leaving you into a place where you're maybe you're wanting to just give up on something, but you don't know if that's something that anybody would support you in. Something's got to give, you know, it's that energy of something's got to give, but you have to learn to use your voice in that and create your own path forward. But again, there's this urgency that you need to release this freedom from this time restraint that you've kind of placed on yourself, that you're going to do this in a certain amount of time, or it's going to happen in this particular way, or, you know, whatever that is. Maybe you've just been too hard on yourself with this and you're needing to kind of step away for a little bit. Give yourself a break, you know. Just come to the edge card, guys. It's like you're on the edge of embarking on something new for yourself. But there's a need to let go of the urgency of that. Tell me more about this for Godfrey. The moon in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Strength in reverse. The Knight of Coins in reverse. And the Three of Cups. You're trying to see past some illusions here, some fears. I feel like of coming towards someone or offering something here and being vulnerable. in order to kind of gain what it is that you need for yourself, because you don't feel like you're in a place to where you're good enough. This inability to be able to really fully access what it is for yourself on your own has been a part of what's made you feel insecure, and recognizing that that's what's been holding you back is very important here. There's also this supportive energy here with this Three of Cups. Tell me about the moon here. Pisces, Leo, Four of Cups to clarify the moon. Sorry guys, I just messed my camera up. You have the Four of Cups here to clarify the moon. You're contemplating something here. You've seen past the illusions. You've released the part of that's the deception, you know, what's been holding you back in that kind of way. But you've just been thinking about it for a long time. Deceptiveness. Tell me more about this before I continue. The Six of Swords. You're trying to get to a calmer place here. Mentally. Seeing past someone else's, what you felt was a deception or something that's there. Seeing past that, and it's like you can't stop thinking about that, and you want to get to a calmer place with that. Why is the Knight of Cups here in reverse? You have the Seven of Wands and the Page of Cups that both came out. Letting your guard down and sending a message of communicating and taking action towards someone. You know, you're letting your guard down, or wanting to let your guard down at this time so that you can send this message, but it's like you don't want to deceive yourself here either. There could be also kind of a fear of this person already moving away from you, but there's also this indication of you wanting to protect yourself still, not wanting to be delusional. It's like you want to defend yourself as well. Like, I don't want to be delusional here. I don't want to just put myself out there and it not being what I expected, and this person seeing me in a way of, you're crazy, you know? Why is Strength here in reverse? The Ten of Cups in reverse. This is where you're vulnerable. This is because it's part of your emotional fulfillment. Your vulnerability could lie when it comes to family or being emotionally fulfilled with someone. Guys, this is you like surrendering to wherever you are and stepping away from that at this time to come to the edge of something so that you can have the supportive energy here that you want. Heavy there's an indicator here of taking a risk, risking everything and being completely vulnerable. And knowing that it may not work out in the way that you want it to at all. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse? But then it's like, what could I lose? I already don't have anything. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups in reverse. There's a fear of someone here having a lack of emotions for you, a lack of love for you, not seeing you as being valuable for them in some kind of way. Also a lack of emotional expression. Why is the Okay. So for the Three of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles. Working with someone, committing to working emotionally with someone here. The Ten of Wands is in reverse too. This is about you getting something back, changing, being an emotional support here for someone, and someone being that way with you and committing to making this better. Knowing that this is something that's been weighing on you and it's something that needs to change. Wanting this to change, working on it. Talk about coming to the edge. You know, this is coming to the edge. There's someone here around you that you feel as if is some sort of guidance, supportive energy. And this is like a commitment to starting this friendship here, you know? This is reunion energy, friendship, emotional supportive energy around you, staying committed to that, and that being a change, you know, changing. This maybe be something that you weren't in the past, because there was this fear that was lingering over you here. Why is the Ten of Cups here in reverse? Hierophant in reverse with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yep, this is about you facing your fear, going against the odds. Look at that, he's holding that key in his hand. You have the two crows there, seeing two different perspectives of something. Hold on, what's the key? What's the solution, you know? It may have to do with family or tying into this in some way. But not letting that kind of hold you back. Not letting the Hierophant hold you back. So that's your authority, that's your morals, that's your values, that's the lessons that you've learned in the past. Not letting that sabotage you in the future, you know? Sticking to the awareness of those lessons so that you can not let them get the best of you and not let them take away your happiness here. But knowing that you need to be vulnerable in order to accomplish that. Strength and vulnerability is something that I'm seeing here. Why is the strength here in reverse? Okay, well, the Hermit and the Knight of Swords. This is you taking quick action. You could have been in Hermit mode and now you're quickly coming out of this. It's weird, this urgency, okay? This feeling I'm feeling, where you feel like you're running out of time. You've been stuck in this like hermit energy for too long. You now have this introspection and knowing that you need to be vulnerable in order to kind of act. This is an expression of truth as well. Why is the Queen of Cups in reverse? The Three of Wands in reverse. So you don't know how this is going to move forward. It's like not knowing how someone else is going to, it's like you could be sitting and waiting for something that's never going to transpire, right? And then what? And then what do you do from there? Ten of Wands in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. You want to invest in changing the way that what you've committed to with someone. You want to invest in making a difference and changing the way that you see things. Well, there's so many threes here, so there could be a third party kind of situation at hand here. Somebody not being able to fully see your path, not believing in you here. This. Tell me about the Seven of Wands here in reverse. 2 cards come out at a time. Okay, I just talked about a third party, and you have the Queen of Swords here now. So Queen of Cups and a Queen of Swords, Cancer and Libra. I didn't go through the signs, but or the ones I pulled out second. Not really seeing anything else here. Taurus energy. So the Seven of Wands is, you may have invested into someone here or something that didn't work out. This is someone cutting you off, and you're very unhappy about that. Someone kind of cutting you out of something here. Or you could have done this to someone, and that playing a part of this. Being a part of this. I've just heard they're to blame. So I don't know if there's someone else here that got in the way. Of this Three of Cups. Four of Swords in reverse. There's some sort of misunderstanding here when it comes to communication and truth and the happiness of a situation. Letting your guard down. Why is the Knight of Cups though in reverse? The Wheel of Fortune. Missed an opportunity. There's an energy here of you being afraid of you missing the opportunity because you didn't fight for something that you felt like was part of your happiness, and that person that person's now seeing you as this, it's just like this huge misunderstanding. There's also a feeling of you doing this to yourself though in some kind of way, and there could be kind of another party that played a part in this somehow, behind the scenes. Why is the Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups in reverse? More 2 cards. Yeah, the Lovers and the Two of Cups in reverse. Both in reverse with this Queen of Cups. You don't know if this person is still kind of feels the value in this relationship. And for some of you, this is someone that you thought you were investing something into and it ended up not working out, if there's a third party kind of thing here. And wanting to reunite here. There's 2 Lovers in this deck. Now you have it at the bottom of the deck. This is the real lovers. This is the real connection. Where they come together at the end. This is the real partnership. And this is who is in this image right here. And this one is the, basically the fake version of the love. Oh my gosh, facing judgment here. You're still emotionally attached. This is the Lovers of the tree, where he turns the tree into, he's trying to get himself unstuck here, but he ends up turning the tree into this lady. And she's got the hots for him. Big time. And he's still stuck there, in reverse. You may have made the wrong choice, and you weren't making a choice based off of your emotions. You were making a choice based off of the King of Swords. Yeah. Your logic and not your emotions. Maybe you went back to a situation here, the Knight of Wands. Something that had already ended. And you were trying to make a significant change there and it didn't work out. Meanwhile, you have this other connection here. It's actually kind of the solid partnership. But you're unaware now if this is something that this person still sees value in. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Communicating this truth is something that, and the Lovers came out again in reverse. Communicating this to this person, this third party kind of thing here to this person. Not knowing if you have the strength to do that. I think you're taking a risk. You're taking a chance. Why? Why is that? Why is the Three of Cups here? The Emperor in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There's that that missed opportunity that you want. This is why you're taking this risk. You don't feel like you have the power to have something play out in the way that you want it to, and you don't want to miss an opportunity here. That's why you're taking a risk. Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse with the Ace of Swords. The truth hurts. Six of Cups in reverse. There could be a soulmate that you're leaving behind here. Somebody that you've been balancing. Some of you, this could be your person, okay? Somebody's been juggling someone else, and the truth of that is something that needs to be expressed. Letting go of whoever that was in the past is something that's here. And feeling, guilty or remorseful, that coming out into the open. And asking for forgiveness is something that's here, but being afraid of that is something else. Take it how it resonates, guys. Could be your person's energy I'm picking up on. Let's get some, I want to get some messages from this person. What would this person, this Queen of Cups, whoa. I can't make you happy. I'm stuck in the visions of us. This person feels as if maybe no matter what they kind of did here, it never will this change. No matter what they did here, they couldn't kind of make you happy. And they may be still stuck in missing you, but wondering if that's something that's ever going to change. Okay, I feel lonely. Ouch. If I could go back in time, I would handle this differently. This person has regrets here about things, but I don't feel like this person also knows the whole story either. I don't understand. Let's see the future here. Why not? Can you give me a look into future energies here for pile 3? This is a friendship that was lost, I feel like, that you want back in your life. Supportive energy here, and who you don't need and who you do need, and who you want and who you don't want, and coming awakened to that and wanting to get to a calmer place with that. And how this person, you may have missed an opportunity here with this person. What's the future energies here for pile 3? What can they expect in the near future? Transformation, balance. What can they expect in the near future? New love. So, what can they expect in the future here? One more. Deception. Okay. So, either scenario, whether this is you or your person, this is gonna, if there's some kind of deceptive energy around, this is the Ace of Cups, so around a new connection that you may have had very soon, decision, the waiting is over, decision needs to be made, isolation, spiritual, ex-partner, and crossroads with reconciliation, and friends, and romance is under that, confusion is under that. Whether or not this person's over you, I think, is something that you may be kind of confused about. And being at a point to where you feel like you need to make this decision of sitting at this crossroads of reconciling here with someone from your past. Recognizing I think you learned a lesson from this experience. And you did some soul searching here. And you need to make this decision. This is something that's going to transform, you know. But this deception that's here is part of this because of, I think that there was some dishonesty here. About a new relationship that came into the mix. Can you give me one for transformation? There's self-limiting beliefs that are here too with that Hierophant in reverse. Negative thoughts are creating a roadblock in your life. Balance. Memories. Number 29. New love. Divine timing. Everything has a higher purpose. Deception. Divine counterpart and apology, guys. Knowing that whatever happened here, this other person here, I feel like is someone that you just couldn't let go of. There was deception here, decisions. The need to gain clarity through decision making. Yeah. There's a divine counterpart out here. We saw that. The Empress and the Emperor, right? I know we saw the Emperor. Knowing that this connection that you have gotten into or did get into here was part of everything has a higher purpose, and having an understanding or associated around that, and being dishonest here to a divine counterpart here about that is something that there needs to be forgiveness that comes into play. Forgiveness through mutual understanding. Can you give me one more for new love and divine timing? Palm trees and the hand of cards. Okay. Taking a chance and risk, being strategic, options, not showing your hand, and gambling. Palm tree. Stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. I think that you took a risk here on something new and it didn't play out. Or you took a risk here on a relationship and it didn't play out. And I think that you kind of gambled another relationship and what was the best thing for you. So you could have had some self-limiting beliefs that were tied into that in some kind of way. And that's something that I think that you've woken up to or changed within yourself. Tell me about deception. Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting. Hesitation. Cupid's arrow. Sagittarius energy. You may have tried to get into a situation that you felt like you could grow more in or was more stable for you. You felt more secure in, where maybe you didn't have to gamble too much. You didn't have to take such a high risk. And that's something that maybe didn't work out, needing to apologize here. Or it's just choosing someone else and needing to kind of apologize about that. But having faith that this person is going to have this forgiveness take place is a big part of this. Can you tell me, if you will, anything else about deception? Oh, that was hilarious. Hilarious. But, guys, the bottom of the deck, Paradise and Twin Flames is here. You also have the karmic relationship. And separation is here. For some of you, there was another relationship that got in the mix of this divine counterpart, twin flame connection. A separation was caused because of this karmic relationship. You have love, the sword and the rose, truth, revelation, clarity. That's what we talked about before. Force, honor, protection, and power, and sudden change. Lightning, shocking news, surprising, epiphany, transformation, upheaval. I mean, I don't feel like I can make this up, really, you know? I don't want to beat it with a dead horse. Beat it and beat the same kind of thing that I'm trying to say over and over and over, but I feel like there's definitely sorry guys, I had to pause for a second again. There was a separation, I feel like, due to someone, there's someone else that was there. That you're still releasing yourself from, that you took a chance on. And I feel like that's something that didn't quite work out. And you were still missing this other person. And now you're kind of seeing them in a different way. Cupid's arrow, love, rose and a sword in the rose. Truth and clarity around that. That being a kind of epiphany is here. You could find this other person as being someone that brought you more balance, or how you feel like you complete each other with this other person. Twin flames here, and balance being here, transformation, awakening to that. Okay, postcard, please, overall energy. With love. Dearest you, did you know that when you stop fighting and accept everything exactly as it is now, miracles start to happen? There is a freedom in this kind of radical acceptance and let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are, not as you'd like them to be. You'll be surprised at how everything seems to fall into place. When you refuse to accept things, life gets messy. You act messy, and the world around you is in chaos, tension, and disarray. But don't try to force a change or manipulate circumstances. Instead, learn about what is in front of you and face it with your eyes fully open. Then you can decide, stay or go, sink or swim, move or stay still. Acceptance is the key to freedom and opens the door to the real opportunities waiting to be discovered. Set yourself free and others. Loving you so much, always and forever. Okay. Strange reading. I hope it made sense. We started this with an elephant, so went through like a roller coaster, right? I just feel like there's someone here that you thought you could find stability in with the palm tree, and you took a risk on that. And you might have took a risk on losing someone else, gambling. You know, you gambled with that new connection, and maybe it just didn't work out. There was a karmic there that taught you a lesson, right? Sorry guys, you have new beginnings here. Stop complaining. There was emphasis on this with this card, your postcard, about maybe you've tried to take control in a situation, you know, manipulate circumstances here and force change. There's a call for you to stop complaining. You have travel here again. Maybe that's something that you're wanting to offer, or you're just wanting. Is this thought useful? Ask yourself that. Is this thought useful? And be artistic. With being expressive, be artistic with being expressive, with finding your voice here, right? What was that? I feel like something, oh, it's a Z. Z fell out of the bowl. So you have the big, huge giant bat, which is about your shadows, something kind of being in your face, maybe something that's been draining you. Yeah, urgency and a need to, I'll pull this out real quick if I can. This right here, letting go of urgency when it comes to some kind of success or surrendering this freedom of your time restrictions here. Maybe you've been kind of feeling like you've just been drained and you need to take a kind of a step back. You have the big love of the whale's tail here. Going with the flow of things. Yeah, allowing yourself to be in that energy is something else that your postcard was talking about. And you have the frog, which is taking a leap. So, taking a leap towards whatever it is here that you've been contemplating. Leaping into the unknown, something new. You have the 8, which is about taking action. Mastering a lesson, which I feel like is something that you've learned. You have E, M, C, U, I have hug, hugs. H, C, F, Q, A, another A, a G, a Y, a hashtag, so there's more under the surface when it comes to your heart, the heart here. Yeah, there's more things. There's so much more, you know, to your feelings, to your heart here than maybe what you've kind of expressed. Or now you're kind of stepping into that awareness. You're waking up to that. What can you spell here besides hug? Maybe you need a hug, that supportive energy, right? Sorry, I know I just sat here for a minute. I wasn't saying anything. I was thinking about what I could see. I see, yeah. Taking a risk here, saying yeah. Fam, so family's important here. I saw that with the 10 of Cups. Or a fam, maybe you're trying to start a family, or you want to start a family, or you just want to have that supportive system around you. Fame, maybe you want fame, or fortune, you know, and you've just been working so hard on that, needing to take a break. What else do I see here? Game, not wanting to play any more games. Maybe that's something that you recognize that you've done in the past. I have FU here. It may be relevant to somebody. It was right there together, so it's hard not to point that out, right? See ya. Games. Alright guys, I guess I'm gonna leave you here. I'm not really seeing anything else that's standing out to me. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope this all made sense. This was kind of different. A little bit strange way that it kind of went together to me, but we have May here, so May might be significant. Okay. Still looking. Gum. See? Maybe you feel stuck. You just feel stuck. Don't we all in life sometimes? Okay. So I'm gonna leave you here. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love and all your support and all your kindness, of course. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.